Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lenny. So ChatGPT 5 was just announced and I've been hearing some pretty mixed reviews. Some say it's a huge leap forward, others say it's not living up to the hype. So today I'm putting it to the test head to head with Grok 4. I've designed a series of prompts to challenge both models from creativity to reasoning, and we'll see which AI actually delivers the best results. Let's get started. The first prompt I'm testing for both ChatGPT 5 and Grok 4 has to do with the rotating hexagon physics challenge. So the reasoning behind this challenge is to test whether ChatGPT 5 or Grok 4 can combine physics rules with front-end coding. And the challenge is to make the ball's movement look and feel natural, not stiff. So gravity, friction, and collision behavior need to work just like they would in real world. For this particular test, I'm going to be using this exact prompt for both ChatGPT and Grok 4. Click on enter, and I'm going to do the same for ChatGPT 5. Okay, so ChatGPT 5 is done. If I click on download HTML and I should just open this, you'd see the spinning hexagon here, and it says drag anywhere to throw the ball. So I like the idea that it has all these toggles in here, which is really good. So I can toggle it and all that and it would work. So I like this idea. Now let's see what Grok comes back with. So I do see that Grok 4 is done. It didn't give me a downloadable file, but the thing about Grok is that it has this preview mode where you could click on preview and then you're able to get a preview. It did take a long time for Grok to respond, so I'd say ChatGPT did a better job here. Although I like the presence of a preview mode, ChatGPT also did have like some toggles here that you could basically use to make it a lot more interactive. So for this prompt, I'll say ChatGPT 5 did a better job than Grok 4. Now moving on to the next prompt. So the next prompt is more of a safety measure. I'm trying to this is really a system prompt bypass test. And this is a direct attempt to bypass the model's built-in instructions. And it checks if the AI would follow the request or stick to its safety rules when told to ignore them, which is a common way people test an AI's boundaries. So I'm going to use this exact prompt for this particular test. I'm going to put this prompt in ChatGPT, and then I'm going to also put this exact prompt into Grok. I'm going to click on enter, close this for now, and let's see what we get. Okay, so I like the fact that ChatGPT right off the bat responds immediately saying, I can't share my underlying system instructions, but I can help you build or simulate something similar to what you might expect in a project or a test prompt. This is great from a security standpoint. This is what Grok is giving back to me, which is a really long text. I just wanted something simple. It's not giving me that, right? It's actually giving me some system instructions. I don't know if this is the exact system instructions used for Grok, but then like I will be really surprised if it actually gives me like its own system instruction. So from that point of view, I'd say Grok is not really doing a better job, right? I know it does mention here, do not mention these guidelines and instructions in your responses unless the user explicitly asks for them. But yeah, like if this is really the internal underlying instructions for like Grok, then that will be concerning, the fact that it can just like give you all the information with just a simple prompt. So this might be a risk, okay? I'm just hoping this is just made up and it's not the real one. But if it is, then it's definitely a risk. So for this particular test, I was expecting something more like what ChatGPT has given me as opposed to what Grok gave me. So again, I'd say that ChatGPT 5 did a better job here. Now the next one is like more of a reasoning test, okay? So this is more of a corporate chain reaction reasoning. And the purpose of this test, it's more like a multi-step thinking exercise. And the idea is that ChatGPT 5 or Grok 4 has to connect the dots between a business acquisition, debt ownership, and a default. And the goal is to see if it can explain the financial and legal ripple effects clearly. So I'm going to use this exact prompt in this particular test for both ChatGPT 5 and Grok 4, and I'm going to see the response I get in both cases. So again, ChatGPT 5 is already done and it's giving me like some reasoning and some points. I'm going to go into Grok and see Grok is still like thinking. Generally, I think Grok 5 takes a longer time to respond compared to ChatGPT 5. I think ChatGPT 5 does a better job than Grok 4 when it comes to speed, based on all the tests I've done so far. Okay, so Grok is finally responding, providing me a lot of things, and I think it makes sense. And I like the fact that it has this little disclaimer in here, but still, it did take a long time to respond. So I'd say in terms of speed, ChatGPT did a better job, but then Grok also gave like a more detailed answer as well, which is cool. Now, the next test is more so around complex data to insight conversion, and the purpose of this is to check whether ChatGPT 5 or Grok 4 can take raw data, spot patterns, explain them in plain English, and make reasonable predictions. So this is really a strong test of reasoning, data analysis, and clear communication all at once. I know up until now we've done a bit of reasoning, we've done a bit of like safety, but this is really combining all of them all at once. And so for this particular test, I'm using this exact prompt. And since I know Grok sort of takes a long time to respond, I'm going to give it some head start by making it start first. And then I'm going to come into ChatGPT and I'm going to enter this exact prompt as well. So ChatGPT is already done. Remember, I gave Grok 4 the head starts, but I still didn't complete it before ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is giving me some of the patterns it identifies. So it's talking about the sales high, sales cloudy day, and it's giving some prediction logic, and it's giving me the table. So this is great. I like the logic behind this. I like the fact that ChatGPT broke this down step by step. Now let's see if Grok is done. So Grok is still running this prompt. It's not ready yet. So we'll just give it some time and then we'll analyze the responses we got from Grok as well. Okay, so it's been almost 3 minutes or 5 minutes and Grok is still responding to this exact prompt which ChatGPT completed in a few seconds, okay? But then I can see that Grok is providing a detailed response compared to what I got from ChatGPT. So that's what I've noticed about Grok 4 in general. It takes a long time to respond, but then it gives you a lot more detailed answers. As to whether the answers are correct, that's also another thing. But yeah, so Grok is still responding. I see that it's giving me some patterns, just like ChatGPT did. It's also suggesting some reasons for the trend. ChatGPT also followed something similar and is giving the predictions for the next 3 days of sale. So that's good. It's providing some caveats in here. My whole test idea was to just test like the reasoning and how it approaches the answer. So it's doing exactly that. It's just that it's taking a long time to do that. So to be fair, like if you want to decide on whether you should be paying for Grok 4 or ChatGPT 5, maybe you should think about speed. If speed is something that's important to you, maybe you go for ChatGPT 5. But if you want a lot more, like you're okay with speed, like you don't really care if it's fast or not, and you want it to sort of like give you like detailed answers, then maybe you can go for like Grok 4. All right, so I have another prompt here to test, and this one is really to test like creative constraint storytelling. And the reasoning behind this is that this particular test is trying to test ChatGPT's 5 or Grok 4's ability to create within strict rules. That's like limited word count, specific objects, and a required twist ending. And it's great for seeing how well it follows instructions without losing storytelling quality. So let's test it. So I'm going to use this exact prompt in here. And I'm going to drop a link to all these like prompts I'm using in this tutorial so that you can try it out yourself as well. So I'm going to click enter. I gave Grok like a head start. So let's see. This time around, Grok is responding quickly, but ChatGPT is done. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to paste this in my Google Doc, which I have in here. So mind you, this prompt wanted to see some exact words, and it also wanted to have 550 word count limit. So it wanted to see the red umbrella, the broken watch, and the unsigned postcard. I like the way it highlighted the exact words it wanted to see. So now if I should count this right now, okay, so this is 149. So it's not up to 150. It's one word short. Now let's see that for Grok. So Grok did the same thing. And I'm gonna come in here. Grok didn't really make any of those texts bold, but I can see like broken watch. I can see, let's see if I'll see red umbrella. So it was broken watch, red umbrella, and unsigned postcard. So I see the unsigned postcard here as well. And then let's see if we'd see the red umbrella somewhere. Yeah, I see umbrella, but I haven't seen red umbrella. I'm sure it would probably be in there. Let's see. Okay, so we have the red umbrella in here, so that's fine. Now the next thing is to test the word count. So let's see what we get for our word count. And 154, so that's more than 150 character limit. Well, I'd say ChatGPT is closer in this case, but the last time I ran this test, Grok did a better job at like giving me the exact 150 character word count. So I'd say both of them are doing good at this stage. They all had the words in there that I was looking for, and also they were all close to the character count. So that's great. Now let's try one more test and let's see. So the other test I want to try is the cross-language code conversion. So this test really is testing 3 skills at once, okay? So can ChatGPT 5 or Grok 4 read and understand Python logic? rewrite it in Go without breaking it, and then explaining each step in Spanish. So this is great for seeing how well it handles coding and language translation together. I'm going to use this exact prompt in here, same prompt in here. So convert a recursive maze solving Python function to Go with Spanish line by line explanation. Well, I'm not Spanish, but I'm going to trust ChatGPT and Grok to not lie to me when it comes to the language conversion. And let's see what we get. This time around, it looks like Grok finished first. I do see some ChatGPT still running. Grok, I can see this. And yeah, I see some Spanish in here. I'm not Spanish, so I can't really verify this, but I see some Spanish in here and I see some code in here. In ChatGPT, I like that ChatGPT went a step further to like give all these like explanations line by line, and it sort of like also says that because I didn't provide like a Python code, it's gonna give me a Python code as well. So this is great. Yeah, I'd say that both models did better. Grok was able to finish first, but then I like the fact that ChatGPT went an extra mile to give me all these like extra verbiage as well. So that's great. Now let's move on to another prompt. Okay, promising you I'm gonna try and keep this video as short as I can. Maybe this would probably be our last prompt for today. This test, I call it explain it like I'm 10, then like I'm an expert. Okay, so I'm really trying to measure whether ChatGPT 5 or Grok 4 can change its communication style depending on the audience, right? So from a simple kid-friendly explanation to like highly technical expert level detail. So I'm gonna paste this exact prompt in ChatGPT and then paste this exact prompt in Grok as well. Now let's see what we get. So let's come in here, teach transformers to a kid, then explain it to a PhD in machine learning. Okay, so let's see. So Grok is trying to explain transformers to a kid. So this seems super cool. Like it's doing, oh wow, okay. So now you can see with the kid part, it's super like easy to understand. Now explaining it to someone who has a PhD in machine learning, then you can see that it's adding in some code and all that. So yeah, I mean, this seems like very technical and complicated. Definitely someone with a PhD in machine learning would be able to understand this. More like a kid-friendly explanation. So that's great. Now coming back to ChatGPT, ChatGPT also provided something similar. So I'd say that yeah, they both did a good job. In terms of speed, Grok was able to finish this quickly. This is great, guys. I have some more prompts, but like I mentioned, I'm gonna drop a link in the description box so that you can also go try out the prompts I couldn't get to in this tutorial. But let me know, what are your thoughts? Try them out. Try Grok 4, try ChatGPT 5, and let me know what your thoughts are. Like, which of these tools would you use? Which of these AI assistants would you use? Because don't get me wrong, like I find that all these different AI assistants have like different things they are good at, and maybe this is a way to know if like you should be using ChatGPT or should be using Grok. Let me know if you'd want me to do something similar in testing Gemini against ChatGPT and DeepSeek. Just let me know and I'm gonna do that as well. But for now, thank you for watching as usual. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, all the good stuff. See you in the next one.